Today I'm going to be fishing this pond right behind me here. You may or may not recognise this pond from many of my previous videos. I recently found out there's carp in this pond. There's also roach, rudd, perch, gudgeon and all sorts in this pond as well. And today, hopefully, I'm going to be catching every single fish I've just listed. To do so, I've bought 2 of my carp rods and 1 of my fishing poles. One of my carp rods are already set up with a wafter and ground bait on. My other one's yet to be set up, same with my pole. So let's get these rods out in the water and then we'll get back to talking. Both of the rods are now out, rod tips are down close to the ground as you guys have told me to do. And yeah, the carp fishing adventure has begun. Now all that's left to do is set up the pole behind me. And that's all the rods in the water now. I can just sit back and relax and watch them. From my experience, the weather at this pond is currently perfect for the carp fishing. It's a mid to warm day. It's a bit windy on the top of the surface of the water, which for some reason the carp in this pond absolutely love it when it's windy. And that's the only time I've ever caught one here, when it's windy. And if you look behind me here, there's ripples all over the top. One of my rods is casted in the middle and the second rod is casted all the way over the far end of the pool there, in the bit of the shallower end. They're the 2 locations I usually pick when I'm carp fishing here, and they usually do me quite well. I'm going to be here for about 6 hours today, so about 3 hours into the session if I've not caught on the method feeders. What I've done is I've bought my maggot feeder with me. I've rigged it up this morning, ready to whack on the rod. I've rigged this up and I'm going to put some maggots in that, obviously, because it's a maggot feeder. Get fishing with this. I reckon that's a good bet because the carp in this pond like natural baits because it don't get fished often at all. It gets fished probably like once a month. Obviously I fish it quite a lot, but other people who fish it, it's like once a month maybe. So if you're asking me, I reckon I'm going to bag up today. I'm having a stroll around the pond at the minute, just looking around the pond in the reeds for little fish and carp, etc. And it looks so nice from this point of view. It's like, I've never really looked at it from here before, but it's absolutely beautiful. There's some sign of action of little fish around about there. I've just seen about 10 little ripples come up. Probably some little roach. Down there is where I want to be looking really. All the carp are there. I'm currently stood on one of the old fishing pegs here. It's like a little concrete slab on the floor from when the fishery used to be an actual fishery, like a syndicate or whatever. But down here as well, I saw, last time I was here about 2 weeks back, I saw some carp jump in there. So yeah, I've got 6 hours. Later on, I'm going to be casting their living life out of this hedge. But I think for now, I'm going to leave the rods where they are for a good hour or so. Just let the carp get around it and smell the bait out and see if they'll bite it there. Underneath that overhanging tree there and underneath that one there, they're also good bets. And I reckon there'll be a lot of little fish here. The pole fishing will be good. There's actually an old peg there as well, so the pole fishing will be quite good here. Right, that's my exploring around the pond all done. So I know where to look for the fish. I'm going to get back to my rods and hopefully they haven't spun into the water within the 5 minutes I've been strolling around. I didn't think they would have. The rods are just where I left them. Same with the pole. Whilst I've got a minute waiting for these rods to bite, I'm going to take a minute out of this video just to explain something to you guys. 2 things I want to speak about. 1, becoming a member of my channel. If you end up becoming a member of my channel, the link is in the description by the way, you'll get so many perks. For example, the video you're watching right now, members will have got to see this 3 days ago. In the comment section, you get these special badges next to your name and you get these special emojis you get to use, which are actually pretty cool in my opinion. There's 4 different levels of the memberships, 4th one being the best one with as many perks as you can imagine. And the first one, you get the badges next to your name, you get exclusive videos, early access to videos, all that sort of stuff. And you get all those perks for the grand total of $1.99. The link's in the description if you want to become a member of my channel. But now on to the second thing, my merchandise of course. I've got 9 t-shirts left, so I've sold quite a lot of them already. So for the last 9 shirts, I'm just trying to get rid of them at this point. I'm going to do a big price drop on the sale. I'm going to bump down the t-shirt prices from £17 to £12.99, which is an absolute bargain for what you get. The t-shirts I've got are top quality. They're 100% cotton t-shirts, so they're very, very comfortable. The logo's embroidered, so it's just nice. And they look pretty smart if you ask me. And for £12.99, it is 100% worth it. Because nowadays, most t-shirts tend to be about 25 quid, which is mind-blowing. So £12.99, get your t-shirts on wolfjonesbrand.com. You won't want to miss it. And not only are you getting good t-shirts and good perks in the membership, all the money made from them is going right back into these videos. Back to the fishing now anyway. It's been just over an hour since I casted the first rod, because I've been here an hour and I casted this as soon as I got here. So I'm going to reel this in, rebait it and recast it into a different location. I've rebaited the feeder now, look how cool that looks. I'm going to get that casted back out into a new location. I think I'm just going to get it casted over there and then reed somewhere in the shallower end, because it's not too hot, but the fish will be up near the surface, the carp will. So let's get it casted over there. Nice overarm cast, quite far. Awesome, that was perfect. Well, I've recasted that rod now, and I think it's about time I should recast the black rod here. It's been about an hour and a half since I've done that one, so yeah, it's a good chance that there's no carp where it's casted. So it's for the best that I reel this in, give it a quick strike, and nothing is on obviously. If something was on, I reckon I would definitely know about it by now. So that's now reeled in the feeder is, and then we'll get rebaited and back out. Right then, so the bait's about to go back out. I'm probably going to do an underarm cast on this because I don't want to get it too far. I'm just aiming for the middle. So here we goes, nothing. That was perfect. You'd think by now, because it's such a small pond, as you can see, it's quite a big pond, but it's not huge like other ponds I fish. But you'd think because it's such a small pond, I would have caught one by now. And I get it, the pond is, it's actually very, very deep, this pond is. I don't know why it's so deep, but it's very deep. It's about 10 metres deep. I plummeted it once, and I was shocked. But the pond itself, it's not that big. But for some reason, I still can't catch the carp out of here. I'm almost certain I'll get one within the next, like, 3 hours. I've been here for 3 hours as well, by the way. Believe it or not, but I have. It's quite ridiculous. So yeah, in the next 3 hours or so, fingers crossed, not even fingers crossed, I'm certain I'm going to get a carp. I found a little spot in the trees down here underneath. It's completely undercover, I'll show you. In the middle of absolutely nowhere in this pond, I've just discovered this nice little peg down here. So I thought I'd come with the pole and have a fish. If you ask me, it looks quite good because there's some reeds just there. And my pole's just in the reeds. There could be like a load of little fish, maybe even a little crucian carp in there, if there wasn't being too loud for them. But I'm going to give it 10 minutes here or so, and then if I ain't caught one here, I'm going to go back over there and I'm going to reel one of the big carp rods in and whack the maggot feeder on that. That way I'm maximising my chances of catching on the big rods. I'll have one method feeder and one maggot feeder. Both will do perfect. 10 minutes went by over there, and guess what? I caught 0. So I've brought in both my carp rods. I'm going to rebait one of the method feeders, put that back out, and then I'm going to chop one of the method feeders off and put on the maggot feeder. Now that that one's casted back out, it's time to change this into a maggot feeder. How this works is very, very simple. I put some maggots inside of there, put some maggots on the hook, and shut that and cast it. There we go then, just like that, the maggot feeder is loaded, and let's get it casted really quickly before the maggots start wriggling out. The maggot feeder is actually very heavy, so on the rod I'm probably going to let it, yeah, there we go, let it slack a little bit, take the bail arm off, and get it casted somewhere in the middle, because I reckon the carp will be down towards the middle today, because it's not the warmest of days. Bam, big splash. And just like that, quick 10 minutes later, maggot feeder's on, and both the rods are recasted. The cork rod there, that's got the method feeder on, and that's casted around there, sort of in the deeper end. And the maggot feeder rod, which is the black one, is sort of casted directly in the middle, so it's in the very deep part. And you never know, on the maggot feeder, I might not even catch a carp. I could get like anything in here, because everything eats maggots basically. And you never know, I could end up whipping up a tench. I don't know if there is any tench in here, but it really wouldn't surprise me if there is. A couple of weeks back I didn't think there was carp in here, and that proved me wrong. Basically what I'm saying is anything could happen. The reason that I've vouched for the maggot feeder is because it's more of a natural bait. Well, it is a natural bait, maggots are. And the fish in this pond, I can't imagine they're eating many artificial baits. So there's two theories in my head. One of them is that if they see the artificial baits, such as the wafters or the boilies, they're going to go wild for them because they never see them often. But my second theory is, will they? Because they're always eating the natural baits, such as the worms, the flies, the maggots that go in here from fishermen. So I'm vouching more towards the natural baits now. We'll give them a go and see if the carp like them. I wish I'd have caught this moment on camera because it was quite hilarious. I've just gone and put my, what's it called, the pole there. I've just got to put that back in the water. As you can see there, the ground isn't very stable. I've just stepped on that, slipped, my legs went right before me. Yeah, as you can see, I'm very soaked on my legs now. I slipped right in the pond. After my little fall, I waited around for a bit until I saw my rod start to make some movement. It twitched, the line ran, and the rod bent, and I striked, and I was hooked into a fish. Fish on, fish on. I've got a carp on the method feeder, I believe. Oh yes, baby, come on. Oh, I love catching fish out this pond, it's so fun. Let a bit of the drag out actually, I don't want to lose this guy. Oh crap, that's too much. There he goes. Wow. I wonder what it is. Hopefully it's one of the mirror carp in here. If that was the case, that'd be lovely. Let him fight a bit though, because I really don't want to lose this guy. They do fight really good in this pond as well. Like, I love a good old fight with one of the fish. Here he is, he's coming to the surface. No way, is that a mirror carp? That's a mirror carp. It looks like one anyway. Come on, get to the surface a bit more, bud. I really want to see him. It is a mirror carp. Wait, no, it might not be, it's a common carp. Even if not, then that's pretty cool still. Yo, come on. No, it could be. I'm really confused. I can't tell what sort of carp it is. I can just see it's a common carp. It's a common carp. Okay. Still beautiful though. Let's get the net real quick. Get that out of the net and net the fish in. Come on, carpy. Get yourself in the net. Boom. Wonderful. Landed him. Got the beauty in the net, and it's genuinely a different carp. I've not caught this one before. I've never seen him. He's got a different facial structure to the other two that I've caught out of here, and he's more dark on the brim. But that is a stunning fish. I'm going to get him on hook though really quickly, and I'll show him to you. So guys, look at this catch. Common carp out the pond in the middle of the field, in the middle of nowhere as well. I'm shocked that I've caught this again. I was just watching the rod tip and it just started coming towards me, and it just flew, and I was like, yes, I've got a carp on. Started fighting the beauty. And for the size of him, I'd say he's about 4 or 5 pounds. He feels about 4 or 5 pounds, and he looks it as well. But he put up a really good fight for a little fish. It's just because they're natural, and their coloration, it's just beautiful. Like, look at him. he's nicer than most carp you catch out of actual carp pools, I think. That's why I love this pond so much. Just, wow. I love him. I love carp. I'm just going to admire my catch for a little while, and look at him. Just, wow, look at him. Got the fella back on the mat now, out of my hands. I've just been holding him for about a minute, and just looking at him. I love him. It might be a female carp. I'm not too sure how to tell. It's something to do with the anal fins, but you guys can let me know in the comments. But the belly on the thing, it's really like tubby and fat, so I'm thinking it's got some eggs in it. Maybe the carp might be spawning in the pool. Safe to say, it's a great pond to catch carp out of, in my opinion. Caught this beauty on the wafter as well, not the maggot feeder. That's still yet to catch me a fish. This little dude wants to get back in the water though, so I'm just going to let him rest there for about a minute or so. Let him regain his energy to swim off, and then I'll release him. Look at him in there, he's just waiting patiently to be released. He's a good carp, he is, you know. Beauty. Right, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes he's been in here now, and he's very ready to take off. He's proper hitting the net with his head. Look at him, he's not doing it now, he's proper lifeless. Let's get him out there. Yes, that's made my day, that has. I can't believe I caught the carp. I've still got about 2 hours left of the session as well. I'm going to get the rod casted back out and get another carp. There's just something about this pond that's just so nice. Fishing, it's amazing. It's just so, like, look at it. In the middle of a field, in the middle of a forest. I've said this before, but it's completely in the middle of nowhere. And it's just stunning. And the fact that there's lovely carp in here as well just makes it 10 times better. I'm going to quit talking now though. I'm going to get my rod casted back out and then talk some more. Out the rod goes. Straight back where it was earlier. Rod's back out now, and in theory I could get catching some more, because if that one carp's fed now, and what time is it? It is 1:39. It's 1:39 right now. If that one carp's bit, the carp feeding time in this pond may have opened. The line on the cork rod with the wafter on and the method feeder, it's pulling away again. Not as fast as it is when a fish is on, but something could be playing with that, so maybe I'll end up getting 2 carp. We've got about an hour now to catch one on the black rod with the maggot feeder. Fingers crossed I can on the maggot feeder, because that would be awesome. I've never actually caught a fish on my maggot feeder. I used it on the canal once and never caught on it, so if I could catch today, that would be wicked. 40 minutes on since I've caught my fish, and I haven't seen any more action on the maggot feeder or the method feeder. Certainly not my pole. My pole's had no action all day, and I thought I would have caught some little tiddly fish by now, because last weekend on the canal I caught some little gudgeon and perch and some roach, I think, I can't remember, but I caught some little fish on the canal, so that's been rebooted, the pole fishing has, but obviously not in this pool yet. So I'm going to pack away the pole and the pole rig, because I've not caught anything on it all day. Pole is now away, but honestly I think I'm going to pack the 2 big rods away and go in now as well. All in all though, it's been an absolutely amazing session, but I'm going to get the rods in. Here comes the method feeder rod, striking, nothing is on, so let's reel that in really quick. Boom, that's that one done. And then the maggot feeder, give that a strike. I don't know what, you know what, a little fish might potentially be on this. I doubt it is though, but yeah, nothing's on. The maggot feeder did me no joy. And just like that, the fishing session's over, the 2 rods are packed away, and I'm about to leave the pond. What an absolutely amazing session it's been though. I actually caught a carp. I've had 3 different carp out of this pond now, all common carps, over 3 different sessions, and they're all beautiful. Great session and a great video I hope for you guys, so I hope you enjoyed watching. If you enjoyed, please smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Apparently 80% of you are not subscribed, which is stupid. You all need to go and subscribe to my channel right now. So do that, turn on the notifications once you've subscribed. As I said earlier, become a member of my channel and you'll get all the perks. You can read into it in the link in the description. Buy my merch. That's on discount, as I already said. Everything's reinvested into the video so I can get so much better videos and content done for you guys to watch. All that said and done, I'm heading in now, so peace.